Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over some pretty interesting information, including something called sparkling lure and incense. We're going to be going over more of that, as well as Niantic potentially trying to bring back the reminiscence of the old gym systems. If you were around for that, then you do remember. Now let's get into this, starting with the sparkly lure and incense. And by the way, if you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Now, if this was just the lure, we could say, oh, it could be something else to attract different types. But again, since we do have an incense alongside it, it is leading me to believe that this could potentially be doing something else other than just attracting a specific type of Pokemon, and more so maybe a special attribute like a shiny, I don't know, or smaller Pokemon or larger Pokemon or something like that. We'll have to see, but this is in the ad sets. Who knows when they're going to release it, but it is something interesting to take note of here. So that's the first thing we're going to take a look at. Also, we're going to be seeing Rotom. So we haven't seen this at all. We've gotten the wash, we've gotten the Mo, but we haven't even gotten its basic form here. And well, it's actually being introduced as a shiny as well. We may drop that at the Hoenn Tour, we'll have to see. And then it looks like some more assets for the tutorial to Primal Evolve with Kyogre and Groudon. Again, if you're confused on that, look, basically it's this. Primal, Groudon, and Kyogre are Megas. Simple as that. That's all you need to know. They do attract extra types, so if it's raining, it attracts like bugs, electric, and water, right? That's what it's going to do as well. Groudon, say it's sunny, it's going to be attracting ground, grass, and things like that, right? All right, so here are some images from the game as well as to what they're going to look like, so take a look at that. Now, I mentioned that they're going to be trying to bring back potentially the old gym system, but not necessarily removing the current gyms that we do have, but just adding on to more of what the Pokestops already do have, as you've seen there by Pokeminers. By the way, shout out to them. They did all this Pokemining, and this is all them here. We're just bringing you this information. So if they were trying to do this, that would be interesting. It looks like it's going to be limited to 2 times per day, and you're going to be able to throw Pokemon in there, and it's some sort of a contest. You're also going to be able to get rewards. So I'll have to see. All I know is I just hope that they introduce it correctly, because usually when they do add something that's, I don't know, somewhat complicated to the game, it kind of busts everything up. So we'll just fingers crossed that they can bring this in smoothly here. But I think this is great. As you can see, there's plenty of different features that we can see here. Don't want to go too much over them here, but I do want to give you my thoughts on it that passed on ideas that I've had. And it kind of revolved around the EX style gym system. But instead of going to fight a Pokemon, you're going to be doing a tournament. Now, I know the world has kind of changed and everybody likes to just, you know, stay at the distance, whatever still. But I was thinking that we could all just potentially have a tournament. You're invited by Niantic. I guess you could say, oh, the world's, but it's going to be invited with a ticket in your phone, so you can show up wherever you're at. You can stay at home and still participate in this tournament. It'd be great if they did that. Do believe they do that somewhat with the main series games, right? I think I've been out of the loop for so long on that. But if Niantic did do that one day, if you're listening, that'd be great. So we didn't have to fly out there, you know, wear a mask all day, suffocate ourselves. We could just stay home, play the game, play the tournament. That'd be great. But then it comes into the factor of lag. You know, I know I'm just kind of babbling on about this, but as you can see, there's many different features, and it can all change like that in a snap. So we'll see what happens here. All right, so if they do decide to introduce this as we've seen it here from these texts, it might look a little something like the old gym system that you see here, where people throw in their Pokemon and it stacks one on top of another. That looks like you cannot duplicate, so that might be something that's not going to occur that it did before, because the old gym system, you can throw in the same Pokemon over and over, and I remember fighting towers of maxed out Blissey, and that was insane. So this is still footage from back in the day. This is what the old gyms looked like. I know it's crazy, right? Oh, the game has changed so much. But again, folks, looking at that sparkly lure and incense, pretty exciting. Wonder what those are going to do, if that's even anything. Who knows? Maybe it's just some placeholder thing, but I highly doubt it. Hopefully they do reintroduce that. Actually introduce it. There's also the fact that they can introduce something called a shiny charm in the main series games, and it increases your chances to get a shiny Pokemon. But I feel like this is more of a moneymaker. I mean, they can make the the shiny charm, you have to pay for it, and it lasts 30 minutes. But I guess they'll just go down the conventional way with the incense and lures that they've already got in the game. So I guess, but again, don't get your hopes too high for it to potentially be some sort of a shiny lure incense. It could simply make larger or smaller Pokemon attracted to it, which would be a little bit silly, but then again, not too much. It would be kind of interesting, but who knows. But looking at this old gym system, this is what the content used to be. I just used to go around, take down gyms, and I didn't even put on commentary, but we changed all of that. Started doing a little bit of commentary, and then, some of the game sound, and then I just went into full commentary because it was a big game changer. You guys were like, nah, keep on talking, man. We want to hear you talk. So here we are, and well, still going strong. A lot of these videos got millions of views. It's pretty crazy how extremely popular this game was, even in its broken state. If Niantic had kept the momentum, I understand they weren't ready for the wave of people. I get it. But if they just sped it up a little bit more, figured it out quicker, they could have been even bigger than they are right now. I personally think it could have, because there was about a period of a year where people were they just stopped playing. They never went back because of how broken and how stale it became. There was really nothing to do. So, man, could you imagine this game would still just be reigning supreme? Although it is, to some degree, it is still looking pretty good. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Just thought I'd drop that news on you, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the cat. This is the best day